up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the armored sniper right here with the Lancelot and 3 times Zeus for the first time, huh? Well, this is a medium Zeus version here, the weapon called Ion, which allows you a completely new setup on the Lancelot which you have never seen before. 600 meters range on all weapons, and of course the same kind of ability since it is the medium variant of the Zeus. And with this you can have like a very armored sniper now in the game that has the capability of staying alive forever and dealing a ton of damage to the enemy, and if you get sniped back, there's a physical shield in the front that will prevent damage to come in, right? So overall a very decent package here. This Lancelot no longer in this setup as a rusher or a brawler, but definitely something you don't want to mess with at long range because he's going to really pack a punch still, as you can see right here with 3 times Zeus-like weapons, right? And it is cool to see that most of the enemies sniping back at you are really just using some kind of either Zeus or shock trains or Scourge, or they're running maybe some trebuchets on the enemy side, something like this. And all those weapons you can block with your physical shield, right? So the only weapons you really have to be very afraid of are Orcans, Tulumbas, and of course Trident. So most of them are Orcans, and they're really just running at 300 meters range. So unless you have like the Dead City map where you can't really avoid these close encounters, you're having a good thing going with this Lancelot right here, guys. And in this video I just want to focus purely on this gameplay right here. You will probably see that most enemies are not even going to shoot at you because they see, oh my goodness, that is a Lancelot, I'm not even going to bother, right? Because they know they will probably not deal any damage to you, and everyone has a natural interest in dealing damage to the enemy team. So if they have the choice between you as a super highly armored target with frontal shielding or a soft target they can immediately deal damage to, they will most likely choose the soft target for you, and which allows you to stay alive even longer than your physical shield would normally allow. That makes it so that even if you have taken so much damage that your physical shield is gone, you will probably still not be sniped because the enemy sees a Lancelot walking over there who has a physical shield normally, right? It's so funny that enemies just don't even target you if they have other targets available, and that is a really cool thing here in this setup. And yeah, like I said, it's a brand new one. It's on a test server right here with the Ion Weapon. It'll probably make it onto the live server at some point. And I really like this setup because it's something different, something that you haven't seen yet in the game. And in my opinion, oh, see, he's now through my physical shield in the front. His shock train hit me. I don't think this setup is overpowered in any way. It is strong, it is different, but it's not overpowered because this medium Zeus called Ion actually works very similar to Zeus, and it deals less damage, so I think it's a really well hit balancing they've done here on this weapon. It's not too strong, it's not too weak, it's just right. I hope they're keeping this way so that you will maybe see some of these setups also being used in the future next to just pure shock train or Scourge setups, right? Because of course the Scourge deals more damage at medium or short range because it has this multiplier that the closer you get to your enemy with the Scourge, the more damage you will deal, right? And this way you can face hug your enemy with a Scourge or get super close and deal absolute insane amounts of damage. Something that this Ion weapon could never do. But you have the 600 meters range, same as Scourge by the way, but you have the ability to go out of cover, fire your salvo or your shot, and then go back into cover and stay safe for the time of your reload. So you have a high burst damage. The moment you fire, you deliver a good amount of damage very quickly, and then you can retreat. And the Scourge kind of has to keep firing the whole time, so you have to keep staying exposed to enemy fire. And yeah, so this right here is a different one, and I'm not sure if we actually really need this Zeus pendant, considering we already have the Scourge. Like, they're so similar already, but still I would like to see this weapon come as a complete, maybe as, and that is always my hope, as a silver or gold variant without costing components, right? But yeah, so that was the first round. We're gonna go here on Springfield with the second one. Keep in mind, this test server that was going when I recorded this, they had a King of the Hill testing where the beacons were placed differently. As you can see right here, there's a beacon on the ground there in the middle, which normally there is none on Springfield, right? And that was just for testing this new King of the Hill game mode. Now, 600 meters range, friends, that's a lot. That is so much. You can outrange even Shock Train. You can outrange Tulumbas with it, who have 500, all of them. And you can stay, like, you see this guy is running at 600 meters range just to try to escape. And I was kind of still hitting him there and not really giving him a chance. Here, he's also trying to escape now. So what do? I realize he wants to get away, and I'm igniting here my rush ability to go forward and just stay in range. So he's trying to retreat further and further back, but he has more than 100 meters to go until he actually gets out of my range. And that is just a lot of range he has to cross, or distance, in order to be in safety, and of course he didn't manage to do that anymore. Now, the reload of Ion and Zeus is exactly the same length or time, so you can really sync them up very well, and with the same range and abilities, you know, and overall they're just really a good fit together. And yeah, most of people run the Lancelot, of course, with Tarans or Orcans. Yeah, kind of all the weapon systems that you can run in order to make sure. He did a good attack here with his Mercury bot. The jump already dealt damage, and then he came around and destroyed my shield and destroyed the bot even. So yeah, if you get forced into a brawl, into a short combat situation, short range combat, then you're really having a problem with this weapon configuration, because you will lack the significant or require damage output at that range to compete, right? If somebody can force you into this encounter, you don't really have much of a chance anymore, and that is kind of what makes this setup balanced. If they really go through with the Scourge change they are doing right now, where the Scourge gets a multiplier of 2.5 times or so damage just when you get close, then why would you run Ion if you can choose the Scourge, which does almost the same damage at long range, maybe even more if you stay firing all the time, and then even having the capability of being a Taran basically when you get to brawling distance? I think that shouldn't be the case. I think the Ion should keep staying the more important weapon at the long range, and the Scourge only really very good at short range, but not as good as a weapon like brawling weapons like Tarans are, right? Because the Scourge has 600 meters too. There's like a lot of balancing going on right now. I'm not sure if you're familiar with all the decisions and all the things going on right now. But I'm always the opinion that a weapon that has long range like Scourge, 600 meters, shouldn't be as effective as a pure brawling weapon like Taran are at 350 meters, right? They should always remain being more effective than that, because otherwise you could just always run the other weapon. It's always going to be the best choice. So those are the kind of things that go through my mind right now. But I think we can just focus a little bit more on what's coming. There's another Mercury coming up, but this time this Mercury has to use its jump ability to basically get in range. He's activating a stealth mode, and I'm just waiting for him to drop the stealth so I can switch over to him and immediately deal damage to him, and basically not allow him to do another jump. But of course he wants that, right? You can see him sit behind this wall now, or behind this column there, just waiting for the stealth jump to come back up. But he's getting so much heat from the right side that he has to walk out, and before he gets the chance to activate the next jump, I'm kind of already, have him destroyed. And, you know, of course, the Lancelot, that's something that needs to be said, has a lot of health too, right? It's not just having a relatively good fire damage output and having a physical shield. He also gets, I think, 230,000 health on Mark II level 12. 230,000 health. And, of course, the more you leveled up, the more armored the physical shields get too. So at some point you reach a bot that has so much base health and so much potential armor on those on the armor plating that it's really hard to get through this thing. And yeah, what do we have here? Oh, we have a stealth pursuer coming up. So 3 times magnums on this thing. 10 second stealth ability, running mad fast, and a lot of firepower with 3 medium light weapons too. That is quite something, right? I'm not alone. He's being attacked by somebody else too, a plasma griffin, if I recall correctly. Let's go and see if we can catch him here. Using the assault mode here to get closer to him faster. Being able to do a lot of damage, but he's already ready for the next stealth ability, as you can see right here. So all I was able to do was 1 point of damage, like 1 shot at him, and then we're already doing the old run around again. Oh, man. But I'll get you. Come on, you can't retreat forever. Zip, firing the one first that I can't get him with, and then the next ones, and there we go. Bye-bye. Man, those little pursuers are very, very powerful. There's another one right there. If you let them through and they get close to you, 10 seconds of stealth ability is just insanely much. Maybe I think they should reduce that, considering that the Stalker, which is a gold bot, so kind of also a premium bot, only gets 8, I think, seconds and no additional speed during the stealth activation, right? And then at the same time only having 2 light weapons, so this thing is better in every encounter, every little thing, even more hit points. I think the stealth ability should be lower than the one of the Stalker. Anyways, you saw what happened when somebody gets close with a brawling setup to you when you use this sniping Lancelot. Then yeah, they will just get you really easily here. And this guy was just waiting for me to get close so he could use the old kamikaze ability and explode in my face. But that was no problem because I'm super fast with this thing, and I was just waiting for him to activate that kind of to stay out of range. Now let's see how much damage we have done. We've only really been using these 2 sniper Lancelots. Every equipment is locked to level 8. Keep that in mind on the test server. So 839,000 damage. Not bad for a sniper, right? So, yeah. Let's just enjoy this a little bit different music here, as a hillbilly style, while we're just speeding through to show you how long you can survive against all odds, right? I'm really alone between all enemies right here. I'm the only person here, and everyone is trying to kind of hunt me down and attack me here. And I'm just staying alive because why? This is a Lancelot, that's why. You can stay alive very long with a Lancelot, even when you're in the thick of it. And yeah, we're running this accelerated just to give you a nice outro here. Well, I'm just gonna say, guys, let's wait for this weapon to arrive here at the live server. I would certainly be looking forward to it. I'm hoping that the Zeus will not replace this potential weapon completely by being the best one in every encounter. Yeah, I'm just gonna say to you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. You guys are awesome. As always, Manni-Gaming signing out. Bye-bye. The round is still over. My timing isn't exactly perfect right here. I already said goodbye, but the video is still going for 10 seconds. What am I supposed to do? Well, in this case, I guess we're still going to keep sniping here. There we go. Okay, the thanks for watching comes in. See you guys around.